Let's look at improving one of our previous programs. So our previous programs was given a year to figure out whether it is a leap year or not. Now what we want to do is to provide a Windows interface, make it look more modern, right? Just as a reminder, let me run it once. So it was being, displayed like this, and we would enter, let's say 1996, enter 1996 is a leap year, and let's run it once more. 1900 is not a leap year. Okay. Now what we want to do is provide a Windows environment, Windows interface. So let's see how we will do it in Python. Now one of the most important modules that we require is tkinter, right? And let's say as tk, so that we can refer to it just using tk rather than tkinter. Okay. Now in this, when we are using Windows environment, we are basically looking at events, mouse clicks, we are clicking somewhere, so something should happen. So we won't be requiring main, and we won't be requiring def main. Okay. Now let's start off. So first thing we will do is we will create a window. So let's say leap year window is equal to tk dot capital TK. Now this capital TK is the constructor which will actually create the window. Now for this we have to provide a title. So window dot title, and within quotes we will say is it a leap year. Okay. And now we have to size it, right? Otherwise it will go for the minimum possible window size. So let's say leap year window dot geometry, and we will say 200 by 300. Great. So we have, basically created a window, we have given it a title, and we have sized it. Now within this window, we have to give that message, enter the year, this message. So how will we do that? Let's say label 1 is equal to tk dot label, and this label should be part of what? The window, leap year window. And what should be displayed in this label? So text is equal to enter, or let me just copy paste it. Now we can remove this. Okay. Now every time we create an element, we have to pack it into the window. Okay. So label 1 we have packed. Now let's take the input, right? This will just display that message. Apart from that, we also require the data entry part of it, where the user can enter. So let's say year is equal to tk dot entry, where? In the leap year window. Okay, let's leave it at that. And now we have to pack. Yr is equal to pack. No, not yr is equal to. We have to say yr dot pack. Now we have to provide a button. So let's say b1 is equal to tk dot button, where leap leap year window, and what should be displayed on that button? Submit. And then what should happen when I click on this? So command is equal to submit. Now here text is coming as red underline. Text is equal to submit, and command equal to submit. Now what about this? This is going to be a function call. So submit function will be called. And that is the reason why it is giving me that underline. So when I click on this button, submit function will be called. But submit function we don't have. So let's say def submit. So that underline is gone from here. Now let's create another button. B2 is equal to tk dot button leap year window. Text is equal to exit. Command is equal to stop. So again, stop is a function call. So we need to create a function def stop and b2 dot pack. Done. Now this print will also go off. This has to be printed when I click on submit, and it should be printed on the window itself. So that will be part of the submit function. So let's go and take care of the submit. So submit will have year is equal to integer of, because again input will be in text. So int of yr dot get. So remember here this is an entry, right? Entry. And from the entry, if we want to get the value, we have to give a get. So year dot get leap is equal to leap year, and to this we pass the year. This will return what? This will return is a leap, is not a leap, right? So now we have to display this. So label 2 is equal to tk dot label, and here we say leap year window, because this label has to be displayed on that window. Text is equal to, and this is where our string will come, the response, the year plus string of year plus a space plus leap, the return plus year label 2 dot pack and return. So that is as far as the submit is concerned, when the submit button is clicked. Now when stop button is clicked, what should happen? Leap year window should be destroyed. So leave ly window dot destroy. And if we want, we can say return, but remember it will never come to return because the window itself gets destroyed. Okay, one more space. And now we have to set up a loop whereby it keeps waiting for the events. So for that we will say ly window dot main loop. So that is our program. If you noticed, this particular function we didn't touch it at all. Okay, now let's run this and see what happens. So you have, we can resize it. Remember, although we have set up a particular size, that is the default size by which it will open, but we can always resize it. Okay, is it a leap year is the title. And now let's enter some values. 1996, submit. The year 1996 is a leap year. 1900, submit, is not a leap year. 2020 is a leap year. Let's say 2019 is not a leap year. Now what happens if the user by mistake enters some text? Submit. See, error. So what do we do to avoid this kind of a situation? We will have to validate the entry. Okay, so let's take care of two things. One is that message, the title, is it a leap year? Let's put a question to make it more clear. Okay, and now the entry part. Yes, we need to do validation. So let's see how we can validate. So here tk.entry in this leap year window, comma, validate. Validate what? The key press. So key. So every time a key is pressed, it will be validated. Validate command is equal what? That is going to be leap year window dot register. So every keystroke that is pressed, basically what this tk entry is doing is it is registering with the window saying let me know, right? Register validate and comma percent p. Okay, now validate is again a function. So every time a key is pressed, this validate command will actually it will register with the window, and this validate function will be called with the key press. This percent p will tell you what exactly has been pressed. So that means now we require a validate function. So let's define this validate function. Now this will actually require a value, whatever the key was pressed. So let us say key press. So if key press dot is digit, if it is a digit, then return true, else return false. So only if it is a digit, it will return true. Again, one more line. Now let's see what happens. Let's run this. Let's first try it with valid data. So every time you make changes to the code, you should test it. Is not a leap year. 2000 submit. The year 2000 is a leap year. Let's close this, exit, and now let's run this again. And now let's see VISH. It is not accepting it, right? I'm actually typing it. Only when I press a number, it will accept it. 8728. Year 8728 is a leap year. That is leap year, checking whether a year is a leap year in a window. Now, positioning of these, all this we can do much more explicitly. I have basically taken wherever it itself decides to put it. But our main objective of providing a Windows interface has been satisfied. Now, which means now you can try out doing the something similar with all the programs that we have created till now. So you have ample material. Let's just have a look at this code. Here everything is okay, okay. Here there is a underline, but this is a green underline. Basically, it is saying there is a spelling mistake because it doesn't expect consecutive, but we know what we are talking of. We understand that we have to enter the year in this format. Now, another underline is this. This is a warning. So let's position this, remove redundant parenthesis. So which means we don't have to give this parenthesis. We can directly say text equal to sum. So the execution of the program is controlled by the main loop, which basically makes the window wait for events. And as and when events are happening, appropriate actions are taken. To close the window, we have to destroy the window, which means this will stop. That's it. Bye.